Hello, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. David Serpa here, and I am with Jasmine Nicole out in Arizona with eXp. Jasmine, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm tired. Too much sun yesterday.
Yeah, what were you guys up to yesterday?
We were at the pool all weekend,
Oh,
like
cool.
all weekend.
All weekend, like you guys didn't even go home to sleep.
No, it was just hot and
Yeah.
just water and then more hot.
Yeah, well, I guess that's part of being in Arizona.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's beautiful out here. It's very overcast out here in Southern California. I asked you on Friday if you were willing to do this. You said I could fit it in on Friday, or I could fit it in on Monday morning. So I want to make sure that I'm respecting your schedule today and talk to you a little bit about eXp. Talk to you a little bit about real estate, so that everybody gets a different perspective. Jasmine is a newer agent. She's getting her career kind of ramped up out there in Arizona. But you chose eXp pretty early. You've been with eXp since January of 2017. Why did you
Yeah.
choose eXp?
Well, I started with another brokerage for my first 8 months, and I had what felt like zero help
Yeah.
whatsoever. It's like, yeah, I passed the test and don't know what the heck I'm doing. So,
Now what?
and then it was just kind of like, okay, you got your license, sign up, and then, okay, see you later.
Yeah.
And it was just like, okay.
And a lot of people are saying, well, with eXp, I'm a brand new agent. I don't want to go over there. I'm not going to have any help at all. Was that your experience at eXp?
Not at all. I started and I was at another job. So, what attracted me first and foremost was the accessibility and the fact
Sure.
that it was virtual and I could attend trainings while I was at work and I
Yeah.
could do double dip.
Yeah.
Whereas I didn't have that before. So I was missing all the trainings at the brokerage and I couldn't do any of that stuff and I was never available.
It's
And
always
then
difficult to get to the office in the middle of the day on
yeah,
a like, or in the morning on a Wednesday. And I always want to say this is time when we should be practicing real estate, not
right.
learning about real estate.
Right. So yeah, that kind of what drew me in the beginning is that I could get everything that I needed so that I could get out there by myself
Sure.
and try to make some money. So,
Yeah. And what's been your experience so far with EXP? Has it been pretty accessible for you working from home? Has it been difficult to get motivated when you're by yourself?
no, I tend to work better when I'm at home. At
Okay.
my other job, I was telecommuting, so I was at home anyway.
Yeah.
But no, it's been wonderful, and the culture is night and day from
Sure.
where I was. So even though I don't see everybody all the time, it's just constantly motivating. You're in the cloud and you're like, yeah, I want to go do something. And
Yeah.
you get out and you go do something and you tell everybody about it. And they're like, yeah, let's do it. It's kind of
And
hilarious how,
you think
all
like
these online relationships are like that.
and that was one of the weirdest things about being in the cloud. You walk up to somebody and you're just like trying to press on them, and they're like, "If you're new, press one." And it really is. It's almost like hanging out in a video game with a group of people and you're having conversations and you're taking classes. It's a whole nother world in there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely different and not all what I expected, but it was well worth it.
What Kate
Well worth
noticed
it.
as the big thing for her with the cloud was that she wasn't the only person whose kids were yelling in the background.
Yeah, I got four over here now, and I'm like, be quiet, so I can hear. And they're
I've
still
got
in
an
there yelling.
interview.
I'm like, they're still in there yelling. I'm like, shh, no, shh.
And what is that like? Balancing work, balancing life with real estate and with EXP. How do you find time to compartmentalize? Are you time blocking? What are you doing with four kids
Um,
around and practicing real estate?
I depend. Some of them are at after school care, and then I've got one that's my assistant. He has his own badge, and he comes with me, and he's always standing there and talking to people and handing out flyers and stuff. So
Yes,
it's
get them to
fun.
work.
Yeah.
25% referral fee.
He said he wants to be me when he grows up. He's like, I want to sell houses like you.
That's awesome. But like the kids are so funny when it comes to real estate. They're like, I can hold your open house for you. It's like, I'm very excited
Easy.
about you being
No
a
big
young
deal.
entrepreneur, but soon.
No big deal. It's so easy.
So does anybody have any questions for Jasmine out there in Arizona? If you guys want to hit it, you guys are here in Temecula. Not everybody wants to listen to me. Not everybody wants to hear what I have to say. Do you guys have any questions for Jasmine? Is there anything that she can help you with? We're going to hold for a couple more minutes here, and then if nothing else, then we could make it a short video. We've got Christopher Mack watching. We've got a couple people out there. We've got 5 people watching right now. And Jasmine, let's say you are watching this video and you're in Arizona, you're a friend with Jasmine, and you're thinking about eXp, what can somebody do? How can they reach out to you? What would you tell an agent about eXp?
Well,
How would they join up?
How would they what?
How would they join eXp?
Through myself. I have
Let's say
it's just my name.
you've got a brand new agent, or maybe they're an agent, they've been around for a minute, and they want to talk to you about eXp. And I've talked to everybody. It's not about me. It's not about me attracting everybody to eXp. I'm surrounded with a whole bunch of good people that want the best for people. So if you were talking to an agent considering making that move to eXp, what would be the catalyst for you? What would you tell them about eXp versus the other brokerages that they might be working with?
Well, in the one conversation that I did have with an agent, he was in pre-licensing, trying to look for a home, and I told him it was more important to me for the culture. And I said the culture is what sells you on the brokerage. It's not about, oh, we'll give you this and we'll give you this and we'll give you this. It's not about how much candy you can get. It's about how much help and the culture and the people who are around you. And that was the most important part to me. And then everything else was like, oh, wow, that too? Nice. So,
And I think that's the shocking support for a lot of these new agents is they don't realize just how much they're not getting with these ridiculous splits in these franchise fees. When you come over to eXp, you're really given the tackle box that you need so that you can fish for yourself.
Right. So, I mean, it was that, and then it was the help. I mean, there's so many people you can talk to, and he had asked if I suggested getting a mentor or a coach or signing up for leads or doing all this stuff, and I don't do any of that. I'm like, there's so many agents you could talk to and get coaching from that you don't have to pay for. You don't have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars. There's plenty of agents that are willing to help each other. And that matters more to me than some getting sold on coaching package or buying leads and hoping they work out. It's all better organic to me, and building relationships and referrals.
It's so interesting that you brought that up as a newer agent. A lot of these people, they ask me, do I need coaching? Do I need a coach? Do I need a coach? Do I need a coach? And unless you don't know what you should be doing, which so many of us know what we should be doing,
we just don't want to do it.
A coach is a lot of times is about accountability. It's about holding you accountable. And some people need it. Some people need that sort of accountability. I was never somebody that needed that. What I got from coaching was other things. I got masterminds and whatnot. But what you're saying is you don't need to be buying leads. You don't need to be spending money. There's so many things that you could be doing as a new agent to be out there practicing real estate right now that are free or that cost you very little money. What are some of these things that you could do right now to practice real estate today without a coach, without an accountability group? What is something that Jasmine could do today or this weekend that isn't going to set you back?
And see, that's the other thing that I love about eXp is that there's a class every Tuesday, I believe, that teaches you those organic practices that you don't have to spend money on, that you can go out and go on the internet today while you're in the class and find all those leads and do business today, and you don't have to purchase anything for it. And I'm just like, every time I go to that class, I'm like, yeah, let me go do it now. It's so motivating.
that's what it's all about. It's all about how can you we get so caught up in pretending like we're working. We get so caught up in taking classes that we forget to actually work.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
always
just like, oh, I learned this today. It's like, okay, great. What did you do though?
Yeah. What was your takeaway? What are you
Mm-hmm.
going to practice? And so Melissa, the reason why she's jumping on, she's saying, hey, is because we were talking about coaching, and we were talking about there are things that you could do without coaching. And she's saying, hey, as somebody who is very pro coaching, I'm not necessarily, about this conversation right now. But the thing is that's why I'm having it with you right now. So, like, if you want to be on the show, Melissa, I'd love to have you on at some point or another. But the thing is right now we're talking about your point of view, Jasmine, and my point of view too is I haven't had a coach in a very, very, very long time. I wrote the Machine Gunner's Guide to Real Estate, and I said, this is going to be the most important book with all of the information that I have compiled over the course of the last 4 years so that I will never have to get another phone call about practicing real estate ever again. So if you want to tap into that information, the Machine Gunner's Guide to Real Estate, pick up a copy. You're actually one of those people who's out there reading it.
It's so worth it.
What do you think? What do you think about the Machine Gunner's Guide to Real Estate? As one of the few people that are out, and it's number 24 on the top 100.
I
For
saw that. I saw
Amazon.
that, and that's exciting because it's such a good book. And yes, it is very long. I'm
Yeah.
like 20% in, considering all the little time that I have. But there's so much, and I'm even more excited that you came to eXp because I got to the part that you broke down your team, and
Yeah.
I'm like, what? No, he would be so much better off with eXp. And then come to find out, I'm like, are you kidding me?
And there's so many people that kept telling me that too. They said, David, Serpa, you are eXp. You need to get over there. You are a disruptor. You are defined. And not only that, but your team will make more money. The split will be less. And you can make the residual income that is a lot more easily in the revenue share capacity versus the profit share capacity, which is what I was, which is fantastic. It's better than what everybody else is doing. But eXp really, it's set apart. But I appreciate that you're reading the Machine Gunner's Guide to Real Estate, and it does break it down. And it's first year, second year, third year, and fourth year and beyond. It really breaks it down so that you can pick it up and read about it from any point in your career. I did write it, majorly triggered on it with post-traumatic stress. And I think that probably comes across, especially in the fourth year. But it's a fun book.
Yeah, it is. And what I was saying about the audiobook, I'm like, if you've ever heard you talk, then you'll hear it anyway when you're reading it. So there's no need for the audiobook. So to stress yourself out about releasing it or anything like that, not necessary.
You know
Not
what's
at all.
so frustrating about it is the audiobook's done. It's recorded. I have it completely done. I resubmitted everything that they wanted through this company called ACX, and they told me that they wanted me to readapt the cover so that it says written by David Serpa, Zachary Bach, and Katie Boucher because they contributed chapter.
Oh, right.
And I made a point to where I fixed what they needed, and now they're coming back and telling me that they want more stuff, and I'm just like, you know what? I'll release it for free on my eXp page.
Like, screw you guys. Forget about it.
But it is definitely written in my voice. So Chris McElliott, I call him Mac. He's a Navy veteran. I was talking to him yesterday. He called me up about eXp, told me that he's considering making the move. It is a big move to make. There is the opportunity for residual income, not just with the revenue share, but also with stocks, which it's, if you want to watch a video about stocks, talk to David Golden. But we're here practicing real estate, right, Jasmine?
Right.
Okay. Anything to leave anybody with before we sign off? Any final thoughts?
It's the best change I've ever made. I can't see myself going anywhere else. So if you're thinking about it and you're thinking about your future and your family, this is where you want to be.
Yes. Simple as that. If you're thinking about your future and your family, this is where you want to be. So many people that I talk to, they say the same thing. They say, you know what, David, I've got a loyalty to my broker. I feel this, but they're calling me about eXp. It's not like I'm calling them. They're calling me. They're like, I'm loyal to my broker and I don't know what I can do. And blah, blah. I'm like, listen, at the end of the day, it's about your family and it's about you. And where are you going to feel the most fulfilled? Where are you going to, do you need your broker or does your broker need you? Who's benefiting the most right now from that relationship?
Totally.
Right. Well, Jasmine, I appreciate you making time for me this morning. Thank you so much. And again, guys, if you want to reach out to Jasmine, give her a ring, give her a call, send her a Facebook message, put her down as your sponsor. Guys, eXp, it's collaborative. We just want you to come over and have a good time. Thank you so much for making time, Jasmine. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And one more time, if you want to buy real estate in Arizona, Jasmine, you want to leave everybody your phone number?
It's hot right now, pun intended.
Give me your phone number and then tell me about the state of the market in Arizona.
My phone number is 602-300-2774.
2774. And talk to me about it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. There's stuff that's flying before it even hits MLS, and then there's stuff that'll sit for months.
Yeah.
It's give or take. But with the rentals, you're not really getting that much of a savings.
Yeah.
So that pitch out there isn't really, it's kind of an equal market when it comes to that.
That's right.
It's really the equity that you want. So.
Yes. I was a Lance Corporal that bought several years ago. I ended up walking away with $75,000 from not renting.
Yeah.
God, they're throwing their money away, right?
Yeah, it's a huge change, but it's flying right now. So
guys, if you want to buy a house out in Arizona and you're sick of throwing your money away on rent, stop throwing your money away. Give Jasmine a call. She's a fantastic person. She's a big part of the reason why I came over to eXp. She answered a lot of my questions. Guys, give Jasmine a ring. Jasmine, again, thank you. I appreciate you making the time to be on the show. Give Jasmine a ring. Have a great rest of your Monday.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.